Good evening, ladies as well as gentlemen, and welcome back to Papa Boris in Casually Ranked. In the first video of this series, I spotlighted my token Druid deck. You should check that video out to see the deck list and to hear me talk about the deck a little bit. I had a heartbreaking game against a hunter. I got him down to 1 health and then he killed me with a kill command. Got me down to 0 health exactly. It was frustrating. I probably could have beaten him if I'd played better or built the deck a little bit better. But I think maybe I was just really unlucky. My draws in that game were super duper awkward. Okay, up against Mazapan the Shaman. I actually don't know how this deck performs against Shaman. I'm not going to keep her 6 or 7 drops, even with Innervate, but I hope to get a Senjin or a Druid of the Claw, neither of which takes place. Awesome. Alright. Swipe. You would have won me the game last game. Asshole Swipe. If I had gotten Swipe or Druid of the Claw, I would have won. I even got a Nourish. I drew 3 cards. Could not get a Swipe or a Druid of the Claw to save my life. It was ridiculous. Alright, so here, let's just play the Knife Juggler. It holds up relatively well against the Argent Squire. I could have innervated to Keeper of the Grove this, but that seemed a bit silly. Is he going to play Feral Spirit? He's going to play Unbound Elemental, which is interesting. Alright, so what do I do about this Unbound Elemental situation? I could Power of the Wild. You know what? Let's just do this. This is a little bit risky. But I'm just going to go ahead and kill that Argent Squire. Next turn, I can do one of the combos. I can do Violet Teacher, Innervate, Power of the Wild, and get a 4/6, and a pair of 2/2s for 3 cards, which is pretty good. I'll just let him have his way with whatever he's doing and just hope that what I'm doing is better. He's actually going to hit me in the face, which I think is a terrible mistake. So now I have an extra creature to get buffed by my combo. Good times. Alright, give your minions +1/+1. Okay, let's see where the knives go. The knives hit all different minions. Is it worth it to trade my Knife Juggler in? I think so. I mean, nothing better is going to happen. Alright, this is looking pretty good. He's got 7 cards to my 6. But he's overloaded. Unless he has a Flame Tongue Totem, he's going to be in a bit of trouble here. He's an Earth Shock, so he's going to silence the Violet Teacher, but that doesn't do that much. It just drops her down to 4 health. And that's fine. I don't really need her to have any more health than that. Alright, he actually keeps going for my face. This is some kind of aggro shaman. Whatever, man. So I want to play one of these 4 drops in Shapeshift. Alas, it is not to be. So what I'm going to do then is the following. We will play Ascension. Kill the wolf like so. And I'm going to trade these 2 students for the Unbound Elemental. Because if he had a Lightning Storm, which I suspect he does, that I would have been in bad shape. This way my students die to the Unbound Elemental instead of to Lightning Storm, and then he doesn't have an Unbound Elemental to be buffed by the Lightning Storm. Lava Burst I'm okay with, because he's going to be overloaded next turn. That means no Fire Elemental. He just makes a totem. As long as it's not the 1/1, I'll be pretty happy. It's the 1/1. Well, it's fine, I suppose. We're going to Senjin up. Shapeshift. Hit this. I could have also made a Panther, but it seemed kind of futile since the Violet Teacher silenced, although maybe I could have just made a 3/2. That wouldn't have been the worst thing. Got a lot of big stuff in here. I've got Cairn, I've got Nourish, got 2 Druids of the Claw, got a Sea Giant. I mean, I've got a lot of good stuff to draw into. And 5/5 cards with him overloaded. Feels like I'm in pretty good shape. There's a Hex, which is good. There are definitely lots of good Hex targets in my deck, and that Senjin is not really one of them. Druid of the Claw, we will play for the health and taunt, and I'm actually going to go ahead and pop a Power of the Wild right here. It's just a shame I didn't get another token off of the Violet Teacher, but now I'm basically trying to bait his other Hex, if he has it, on this 5/7 Taunter. He's already used an Earth Shock on the Violet Teacher, so he might not have that. He does have a Fire Elemental, but that's okay, because I can kill it with my Druid of the Claw. Not anymore! Now it drops back to being a 4/5. Lame. Alright. We'll do the following. 2 damage. And 3 damage. Yes, I'm not getting the card draw off of that Wrath, but that's just fine. Don't need the card right there. I'd rather have a 4/5 on the table, which is basically a Chillwind Yeti, than an extra card in my hand, which is what would have happened. Because if I'd done the card, leaving this at 2 health, I would have had to throw my Druid of the Claw away. Okay, 4 cards to 4. Swipe could be some card advantage if I'm lucky. And I do have, again, a lot of big things to draw into. Oh my gosh, is he actually going to Lightning Storm here? He's going to Lightning Storm here. So 4 to 5 means my frog and my dude die. Druid of the Claw is a coin flip. And that coin flip is lost by me. That's huge. Yeah, actually, in the spell damage totem, that was a 1 in 4 chance also. So he actually got a 1 in 8 odds of killing my Druid of the Claw with his turn. That's kind of crappy. Now I'm definitely behind. All I've got is this Imp Master and her Imps, and a swipe to his full hand. Still, though, I have a Nourish in here, Cairn, Ancient of War, Ancient of Lore. Any of those cards would be really great. Please don't have an Overload card. He's going to have an Overload card. No, he's going to Flame Tongue Totem, which is great. I can actually kill this with a swipe. No! He's got a fucking Overload card. Are you goddamn kidding me? Jesus! Oh my god. This is terrible. So now I have to swipe this and Shapeshift into it. Okay. I'm going to Nourish. Now you might say, Boris, if you Nourish, you don't have enough mana for swipe Shapeshift. I know, but we have to get our cards here. Gotta get our cards. Sunfree Protector, junk, 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 junk. Well, the good news is, at least, that I can claw and finish this stupid crap off. So, all said and done, it's got a Flame Tongue, which I hope won't be too hard for me to kill, and 2 cards versus my 2 cards. And my cards are kind of junky, but again, that means I've got lots of good stuff to draw into. Both Ancients and a Cairn. I've already used the Nourish. Doomhammer, are you goddamn kidding me? Well, he's probably going for some combo with that Doomhammer. As long as it's not a Taunt Totem, I should be okay. So he's gonna, this is 16 damage here, but I get to heal up every turn because of Shapeshift, and I also get some healing off of the Claw. Seems fine to me. Can I get a good card, please? I cannot get a good card to save my life. Well, maybe the deck is a little bit badly tuned. I don't know. But it just seemed a little weird that I cannot get good draws in this particular game. Alright, he could actually Doomhammer this twice if he wanted to. That would be a little bit risky going down to 11 health. Druids are not the worst at burn potential. And I've got a creature already here, so I can deal 2 extra damage if needed. It's going to play Feral Spirit, which is extremely annoying because his 2/3s score off pretty nicely against my 2/3s, given that he has a Doomhammer and I do not. Granted, I guess I have the Shapeshift, but that's okay. Alright, so he is in fact going to go for this shenanigan. Can I get a good card, please? I kind of can. That's pretty good. Okay. That is fine. Now the wolf can kill my Sunfree Protector and get healed up by the healing totem, but he needs to answer to this Violet Teacher. He's got 2 cards, though, which worries me, because 2 cards is better than 0 cards. If he actually gets a good card up here, he can easily take out the Violet Teacher and ruin my life. Alright, he's going to save the Doomhammer for my face, it seems, which is totally fair, given that he is a fairly bit low on health. I can kill off the wolf on my turn. And I guess his 2 cards are not the right cards. That is just fine by me. So let's kill the wolf like so. Like so. And then Shapeshift has to go for the face, because if I hit one of his totems, it'll just get healed up back up. 14 health, feeling pretty safe against Doomhammer, although if he does have something like Leroy, Wind Fury, or whatever, he can just win right now. But if he doesn't have the Wind Fury combo, I should be fine. Oh my gosh, he's got a Rock Fighter weapon, so that's 10 damage he can deal. He now needs to only deal 4 more damage, and he'll win the game. Lightning Bolt would do it? Oh no, he's just killing my creatures. Interesting. So he doesn't have the burn kill, but he is going very low on health. So again, I'm in the position where if I get a swipe, I'll actually win the game. We're a Druid of the Claw. Oh my god, it actually happens! I actually get an out. So both Ancients and my Cairn were sitting in the deck doing absolutely nothing. And we get the kill. Thanks to Druid of the Claw. Okay. So, before we play the next game, I think I'm going to make a little change to the deck. I seem to have this problem where I don't have enough targets for Innervate, and I don't have enough stuff in the endgame. I keep drawing junk. So let's go ahead and take out something cheap and put in something expensive. What do I want to take out? You know what? I'm just going to take out the Savage Roar. It's just, I've wanted to take that out for ages. So we could put in another Ancient, we could put in another Legendary. I'm honestly not sure. Well, when in doubt, put in Ragnaros. Let's just see what that does. Could be terrible, could be great. We'll see. What I really want to do is make a deck with... What's his face? Death? Oh my god, Deathwing. There we go, Deathwing. Have like all your stuff with some kind of Death Rattle, and then play Deathwing and kill all your things. and get good benefits for it. But I think I might as well wait until Nextramus to make this Deathwing deck, because Nextramus is all the, the death theme, so it'll have, the cool death rattle cards. I just kind of want to wait for that. And that would work well with the token theme as well, is what I'm getting at. Okay, so Digi the Warlock here. I think this is our second game. Alright, well, I think if you get Innervates in your opening hand, you gotta keep them, because otherwise, it's only gonna get worse later in the game you draw it, usually. Oh geez, both Innervates. Well, this is interesting. Generally, I'm not a proponent of innervating into a 3-drop, but I might make an exception here. Yeah, let's go ahead and innervate into an Imp Master. That's a pretty good response to Leper Gnome. He spent a card getting this Leper Gnome. I'm putting out some defenses, which is important if this is a zoo deck, and the 2 cards I invested in Imp Master will be paid off once this Leper Gnome dies. Okay, so he plays Voidwalker. Hits me in the face, protecting his Leper Gnome. I could innervate into a swipe. That's a little bit excessive. Let's just keep it simple. I'm gonna Wrath, kill that Voidwalker. Kill this. I could innervate now into a Knife Juggler. That seems a little bit excessive, though. Although this is definitely a zoo aggressive deck. I doubt he's running Hellfire, so I'm gonna innervate the Knife Juggler. So I went down a couple of cards with those innervates. My last card is a coin, and all I have is a swipe. But I mean, if he's gonna be playing junk, I've got a nice big board I should be able to hold out. Okay, so there's a Knife Juggler. Hopefully the knife does not hit my Imp. Hit my face, which is good. In fact, actually, if it hit the Knife Juggler, that would have been really good for him as well, because then my Knife Juggler couldn't do this. Now we will coin. Moonfire. That guy. Knife at the face, demons at the face. This is looking really good, so I've got a pretty strong board. I doubt he's running any Hellfires. Doomguard would be the thing I'm most afraid of, if I were to be afraid of anything, but he's still only at 4 mana. And I'm going to get him pretty low on health, actually. So it's going to be difficult for him to life tap pretty soon. Okay. Let's see if he's got the Doomguard. I mean, that's pretty much what he needs to catch back up in this game. Alright, Claw and Swipe, unfortunately, are not helpful cards. But we get some good damage through. And let's think. If he gets Doomguard, he'll kill my Keeper of the Grove. I'm going to deal 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 damage. Down to 9. Swipe, I guess, would be better. No, I don't want to swipe because I don't want to miss chances to shapeshift. So it'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 damage. 6, 7. He's down to 9. Swipe. Okay, no, he doesn't have Doomguard. I'm in luck. He just has more junk. Actually, he's just got tons of junk. Alright, this is good. Ancient of Lore, that's nice. Let's think here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 10, down to 6 health. Down to 4 health. Or I could play a little more conservatively. Let's play a little bit more conservatively. We'll just do this. Pop an Imp. Get 5 damage through, which still puts him down to a pretty scary place. Pass the turn. I've got this to refuel my hand pretty soon, next turn, or turn after next. And I've also got 5 damage being threatened, which is a little bit difficult for a junk Warlock deck to deal with, because I think he's used both of his Voidwalkers, so he's not going to have much taunt here, unless he has a Defender of Argus. Does he have a Defender of Argus? He has a Defender of Argus, ladies and gentlemen. So now we will just have to use the Claw to get rid of that thing, or I could use the Keeper of the Grove to silence it. Let's think. If I silence this, swing for 2, 3, 5, he's down to 5, down to 4. Or I could claw this. Yeah, let's actually play this thing. Do I silence it or do I kill it? I'm going to actually just kill it. This seems sensible. I've got plenty of health to spare. I'll kill it. Get all the damage on his face. I doubt he's playing Hellfire here. At this point, even if he plays Hellfire, he's going to lose. With the deck running so many cheap creatures, it's almost inconceivable that he'd be playing Twisting Nether, so now he's at 5 health, and I'm going to kill him in 5 turns to Shapeshift. Actually, I'm going to kill him in 3 turns with Claw and Shapeshifts. And there's just not that much you can do about it. Alright, he's going to play another Defender of Argus. Now, I'm not going to get the damage through that I was hoping to, but we can refuel the hand. And, you know, get past one of his blockers at least. Okay, so there goes that blocker. Now, I'm not going to run into this Harvest Golem because my stuff doesn't actually kill us, so we'll just pass the turn there. Ancient of Lore being a 5/5 will kill the Harvest Golem, and then this stuff will kill him. Got a pair of Claws to kill him as well, so the Claws plus Shapeshift will kill him, assuming there's no taunts in the way. Desperado life tap here. Very desperate. Argent Commander, and the game is over. GG, well played. We claw, and then he's dead. Alright, let's do one more game with the token effort deck. We didn't see Ragnaros come up, so I don't know if the swap for Savage Roar for Rag is a good thing or a bad thing yet. Perhaps in the next game we will get one data point to help us make a decision one way or the other. Ooh, that was my 20th win with Druid. Only 480 more to go, and I'll have a golden portrait. I actually ran into a golden portrait paladin the other day. Very disappointing. It really didn't look very good at all. It was like barely even golden, and like the recruits were golden, which is kind of cool, but they didn't even look that cool. It just looked pretty much like washed out, and kind of like it normally does. I was like, oh, it takes 500 wins to get this? Ugh. Eurlis, the priest, will be our final opponent. We'll keep it simple, keep it safe. I'll mulligan the Shield Master, but keep the Knife Juggler for the play and the Wrath for the removal. Well, apparently my deck really wants me to have a Shield Master, so that's fine. Do what you will, deck. Do what you will. Does he have a Northshire Cleric? Huh? 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 He has a Northshire Cleric. Now, we could Wrath this thing, but I'm going to play Knife Juggler. You might think, Boris, why are you playing Knife Juggler? It dies to Shadow Word Pain, dies to Shapeshift. The answer is, if you give yourself enough chances, eventually, you'll get lucky. And maybe I'm lucky and my opponent doesn't have the removal here that he needs. And even if he does kill it, well, I can just Wrath it the following turn. His Power Word Shield is kind of a mix, because it doesn't let him kill my Knife Juggler, but it also means the Northshire Cleric does not die either. I like the Knife Juggler. Does he have a Holy Smite or a Shadow Word Pain? No, he's going to actually heal the Northshire Cleric with the coin and draw a card. Interesting choice. Interesting choice. Alright, let's go ahead and play Imp Master. Got a 75% chance of killing this Northshire Cleric. Fortunately, the first knife misses. So if I run the the Knife Juggler into the Cleric, and the... Oh, wait, no! The Imp... I'm sorry, so that 75% thing is totally wrong. I'm so sorry. Because the Knife Juggler will be dead by the time this extra Imp pops. Whoops. So I only had a 50-50 chance of killing Northshire Cleric, and I whiffed on it. Now, if he heals his Northshire Cleric, he will go up another card. 2 cards after he then kills my Knife Juggler with it, but then he won't be playing other cards, so he could fall behind if he chooses to do that. I think it might be better for him just to actually play something. No, he's going to go ahead and heal it up. Go up to a beefy 8-card hand. But I will get to kill this Northshire Cleric off after he kills the Knife Juggler, unless he has a Holy Smite or something here. He has a Power Word Shield number 2. Oh my god. He's really riding this Northshire Cleric all the way to Funky Town. That's what he's doing. Alright, so we could kill it with Wrath and Shapeshift. But no, I'm going to go ahead and just play this engine. And let bygones be bygones. If he hadn't had this on turn 1, that would have been so nice. But no, he had to have it. So let's see if he has a Shadow Word Pain for this engine. He does have a huge hand, 9 cards now. He's drawing an extra 5 cards compared to me. Is he going to keep drawing cards? That'd be a little greedy, I think. I think he should play real things now at this point. There it is. He plays a Yeti. Passes the turn. Let's think. If I play the Druid of the Claw, Sea Giant will cost 3 mana, so Innervate won't quite get me there. Damn. Do want to play the Druid of the Claw, but I also want to play Sea Giant. Tough life we live in. I could Nourish for mana crystals and then Innervate to play Sea Giant. That seems dumb, though. Okay, we'll do is this. I'm going to play Sea Giant. 4 mana. We will kill off the Northshire Cleric. And we'll just swing at his face with our Imps. So now he has to have a Shadow Word Death for the Sea Giant. And that is most of his turn, or probably his entire turn doing that. So it's a worthwhile trade, I think. Or at least I hope. Ah, he actually does not have a Shadow Word Death, which is kind of improbable. He chooses to copy the Sea Giant to get his own. It's got to be the end of his turn, right? It is. Alright, so let's think. I could do the Druid of the Claw, which is very difficult for priests to kill. Try to protect my Sea Giant. I could then hit him for 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 damage. I could also, of course, do the 12 damage and play the Druid of the Claw charging for 16 damage. Take him down to 6 health. I think that's what we're going for. Gonna go for the Burnout Paradise here. That seems to be my best chance of winning, is to burn him out like this. Granted, he's a priest and he can heal, but I mean, that's a third of his mana. So now, if he has a Shadow Word Death, he'll use that to kill the Sea Giant. He can then use his Sea Giant to kill the Druid of the Claw, and then his Yeti to kill off one of my imps, leaving me with 3 imps to hit him in the face with. If he has a Holy Nova, then he can't Shadow Word Death my Giant, so he'd have to throw his Giant at mine and throw the Yeti at my Druid. That would clear the board and put him back up to 8 health. Then I nourish for 3 cards, and who knows, if I get enough burn stuff, I might be able to win. There's still 2 swipes and a Druid of the Claw here, not to mention Ragnaros, who might deal 8 surprise damage to him if he does clear the board with the Holy Nova and the trading of the creatures. I mean, he's got to have stuff. He's got 9 cards. I assume he has Shadow Word Death or Holy Nova. It's inconceivable that he wouldn't. I can't imagine any priest not playing with Holy Nova and not playing a Shadow Word Death. For him to be playing with those cards and not have either one at this stage would be ridiculously improbable. Okay, so he kills that, and that's the card he just drew, which is what? An Ooze? Does he have a Defender of Argus or something now? To give taunt to his stuff? Or a Sun Fury Protector. He has another Ooze. What is up with these Oozes? I don't understand. Wow. I guess he just didn't have anything. Holy crap. He didn't have Shadow Word Death or Holy Nova. He just had Oozes out the wazoo or wa-ooze or whatever. Okay, let's think. Can I win? Well, I can Wrath away one, Shapeshift, ping the other, and then I can deal 5 damage to him. I could pound 1 for 2, Wrath the other. Okay, here's what we'll do. I'm going to Wrath 1, but only do 1 damage, and get a card. See if I can find a swipe here. I, of course, can't. So then we're going to do 2 damage like this. Throw away an imp like that. Get 3 damage on the face. I don't know why he doesn't have Holy Nova or Shadow Word Death, but whatever. It's 3 health. At this point, even if he swipes, or sorry, even if he heals with his hero ability, I top deck a swipe or a Druid of the Claw and I win. Ragnaros and I might win. That'll be kind of close though. We'll see what he's got. I assume he has another Defender of Argus, or else there's no universe where he'd be playing a Harvest Golem. So there's the Defender of Argus. I don't have any more silences. It's hard for me to get damage through, but he used up all of his mana, which means actually a swipe now will win me the game. And I'll take a point of damage to kill off one of my imps. Fair enough. Ragnaros. So if I had a Savage Roar, I would actually win the game. Hilarious. Savage Roar, this guy kills the Golem, an imp kills that, and then the other imp in my face gets damage through. That is hilarious. Is it worth it to play Rag? Or should I just play the Ascension and the Imp Master? I think Rag is worth playing here. Innervate doesn't accomplish much, but I will do this and this. I've got a 1 in 3 chance of winning on the spot, and if he kills off one of his minions, then that's still decent. So I've still got a Druid of the Claw and Swipe in here that will allow me to win the game. I can dig for those with Nourish and then play whichever one I get thanks to Innervate. He now needs a Shadow Word Death to kill Rag, and he has it this time. He didn't have it for the Sea Giant, but he has it here. Does he have a Holy Nova then to clear my board and heal up? Does he finally have those cards that he needed all this time and did not have? He has another Defender of Argus. Oh my god. Alright, well, he's hanging on with these Defenders of Argus, I guess. But a swipe will still win me the game, so I'm going to dig for it with Nourish, and he has a North Shark Cleric. Okay, whatever. So I've got 4 chances to find a swipe. Okay, don't need any of them. There's the swipe. Well played. Well, folks, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed that video. If you did, please like and or subscribe. And I'll be back soon with some more Hearthstone play. Look at that win streak. just you look at it.